Absolutely nothing. Mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. What's going on? God bless to everybody. God bless to everybody. God bless to everybody. Give God the glory. We woke up this morning. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm your boy, Mike Sports Vibes, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion on the Panthers and Rams game. Could there be a upset? This is just a, Vikings fan opinion. Could there be a upset tomorrow for the wild card game? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think the Rams gonna win. I ain't gonna listen. I don't think there's gonna be an upset, but maybe, both defenses are kind of like average, middle of the pack. Anything can happen. I just feel like the Rams got them dogs on that defensive line that can really get after it. And I just feel like you're talking about a Super Bowl winning quarterback in Matthew Stafford, and I think he might be the MVP. I don't think it's going to be an upset. But anything can happen. Shout out to Mike in the building. Not a chance, but I can't believe Rams have the tiebreaker over the 49ers since the 49ers were in win away from, yes. It's so weird how that stuff works, bro. And shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. The whole tiebreakers and records and all that stuff is so like, oh, wow, that's a big behind vulture. Look at this, y'all. Look at this vulture. That is huge. Y'all can't really see how big it is. When I tell you this thing, those are huge. Those vultures are huge, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Them things is huge. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you Super Hawk smash that like button. You need to do a live stream where you go over playoff seedings and who you think will win. I think I did that. I forgot what live stream I did. I did do it though. No, that's not true. What I did was I did a short. So no, I didn't do a live stream. Yeah. Do I have time to do it today? I'm gonna try. If I don't do it for the wild card weekend, I'll definitely do it for the next round. But yeah, I do got the Rams winning though, bro. But I always try to go for the underdog. It's like, look, I think the Rams are going to win. Bryce Young had a pretty darn good season. Had a solid season, his best season of his career. And what's the running back's name they have? Rico, what's his name, y'all? What's his name? What's his last name? Rico. I'm just gonna say Rico. That's his first name. He had a decent season. I think he had over 1,000 rushing yards, and I'm not sure what's going on over here. He had 1,000 rushing yards. Dowdo. Okay. I was wanting to see the Rams versus Eagles, but 49ers versus Eagles isn't bad either. You know what though? Like I said, I think listen, so one of these teams are going to get upset. I don't think it's going to be the Rams. I honestly don't think it's going to be the Eagles. I think the next round is where you'll see the upsets. Hold on. I think, hold on. Can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Give me a Y or a no for if y'all can hear me. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, cool. I think 49ers will upset the Eagles. Listen, bro. I have so much respect for Brock Purdy. I got so much respect. Honestly, watching, what game was it? I forgot what game it was though, bro. He earned my respect. Brock Purdy, bro. going against the Eagles defense, that 49ers offensive line has to really do their thing, bro. And it starts with the center and the guards, because the one thing about the Eagles, they have one of the best defensive tackles in the game. And if you let Carter go off, you're getting cooked, because you're not going to have the time. And listen, they have to establish the run with McCaffrey. I would definitely put McCaffrey out for wide receiver, because he's such a good catching running back. But I got the Eagles winning. But I'll be very happy if the Niners do win that game, though. Like, I really would be happy. I think the Niners are like one of my favorite teams watching this season, because of all the injuries that they overcame. Happy Friday, Mary. Shout out to Mary. Everybody that's in the building, hit the like button. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, you're welcome to the YouTube family. Always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And we're also going to be covering primetime games as well. So we will be live for Saturday game. I'm not sure which one. I might be live for both. But on Sunday is my birthday, so I'm not going live for Sunday. So Sunday I won't be live, but tomorrow I will be live. He said, you said, yes, I think Green Bay Packers upset Chicago. That could happen, Aiden. Shout out to you, bro. 125, yes. I wouldn't consider Packers or Bears an upset. They're too close to each other. Yo, listen, that game is going to be crazy. I really want to do that game so bad, bro. I think I'm going to do that game. I think that's tomorrow. Quick swing passes to CMC, and that front DT doesn't have, yes. And I wouldn't run it up the middle. I wouldn't run it up the middle, but they just got to make sure they have to establish the run. They have to. Like, this is a team that has a very good secondary. It's a well-oiled machine defensively. And if you can score some points on them, and you put that pressure, and sorry I'm kind of yelling because it's so loud out here. If you can put that pressure on the Eagles offense that they have to score like 28 to 35 points, the Niners could definitely win this game. The problem is, how can the Niners score 28 to 30-something points against the Eagles defense that's one of the best in the game, in my honest opinion? But I do think the Rams, or going back to the Rams and Panthers, I feel like the Rams are going to win that game. Like, I can't even come up with an idea of how the Panthers could win. And I say that with all due respect. I don't got nothing against the Panthers. I'm a Viking fan. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I don't see the Panthers having any chance, bro. Like, I just don't see it. And if it happens, I'll be happy for the Panthers. But Matthew Stafford is having an MVP year. And he's definitely adding on to that Hall of Fame resume. Because if he can win the MVP in the regular season and make a crazy run in the postseason, you definitely you definitely got to put him in the Hall of Fame. Because what I like about Matthew Stafford's career, now I'm starting to rant a little bit, but what I like about Matthew Stafford is people counted Matthew Stafford out. After the Lions, people were like, oh, why would you trade for Matthew Stafford? He ain't all that. He's erratic with his throws and he throws interceptions, bro. The Lions just didn't build an all-around good team. Matthew Stafford always been talented. Matthew Stafford always been a good quarterback. Even with the Lions, I always thought that, bro. But he went to the perfect team, the perfect coach, and he's looking amazing. Pittsburgh upset over the Texans. Oh, snap. That could happen, though. Bills over Jags. Yeah, I can see that. I definitely had the Bills over the Cowboys. Go Matthew Stafford. Yeah, go Matthew Stafford. Agree. Eagles will win, but I will be cheering. Hey, listen, I don't know, though, Mary. I think Listen, I think the Eagles will win, but you know the playoffs is so up in the air. You know, you never know what's going to happen. Like, I think the Niners are just so banged up. Like, I just feel like, how can you keep overcoming all these injuries? How is it possible there was a game away from the #1 seed? How are the Niners this good? And this is why I be trying to say, and I'm not trying to bring up my team, the Vikings. I love my Vikings. But all these excuses about injuries happen. Why is it that the Niners lost the best linebacker in the game, one of the best pass rushers for the season in Bosa? They lost offensive lineman, one of the best tackles of all time in Trent Williams. The top wide receiver, I forgot Bull's name. They missing so many players, bro. I'm talking in general speaking. Like, they're missing everybody. They're missing a lot of players. They're missing offensive linemen. They're missing everything. And they are still so good. And it's kind of like, dang, bro. This is why you have to draft right. We have to draft well. We can't go into this draft looking like listen, we got to draft well. This is the most important NFL draft for the Vikings. Like, real talk. Like, we need to have a good draft. So Crazy has to cook. I want Eagles and Panthers to lose first round. You want the Panthers to lose? Well, I'll tell you one thing. The Panthers have a good chance of losing. Now, if you talk about the Eagles, I don't know, man. I just don't see the 49ers stopping the Eagles. Like, they got to score. They have to score. The Niners have to score on that good defense. And then but if the Eagles, you just got to be able to stop them. You got to get a couple of stops on Jalen Hurts. How about those coaches getting fired? Yeah, man. I have no qualms over who wins between the Bears and Packers. Panthers, yeah, right, for me. Man, I'm a Viking fan, so, man, if I could have both of those teams lose, bro, I say this with all the due respect, all the respect in the world. If they can both lose, I want both of them to lose. But I do have respect that they're decent teams. They're really good teams. Stafford will be in the Hall of Fame. He's been too good. He was just too loyal to a bad organization. Stafford was Mahomes before Mahomes was Mahomes. I don't know about that one, but I would say he's very talented. I think he's very talented, and if he could get a Super Bowl this year, he'll definitely be in the conversations as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I love Stafford. But yeah, let me say this. It goes to show you where you get drafted at can really matter for your career. You know what I mean? Where you, like, I was trying to tell this one boy in the comments, right? He was like, because I was talking about Mac Jones. He got drafted by the Patriots. Well, the Patriots is a good organization, but that's right after Tom Brady, bro. And now there's Drake May. So Mac Jones was okay. He was decent. But like you said, Mike, new coordinators, didn't have the best team around him. Mac Jones ain't the most talented. Like, I don't want to even say talented because he's talented. He's very accurate. He has very good pocket awareness. He doesn't have the strongest arm in the world, but he's a solid quarterback. But it's like where you get drafted. Like, what if Mac Jones got drafted by the Niners? He would have been Brock Purdy probably. You know what I mean? Brock Purdy was the last pick, and look what he's doing. It just depends on who you get drafted by, man. Like, I really feel like that. Like, I was trying to make a comparison to Patrick. I'm not taking nothing from Patrick Mahomes, but if Patrick Mahomes would have got drafted by the Jets, say hypothetically speaking, say Patrick Mahomes got drafted by the Jets instead of say hypothetically speaking, say Josh Allen got drafted by the Chiefs. Would this all be different? You know what I mean? Like, it really depends on who drafts you, y'all. Like, it really does. And of course, it matters with the talent. It matters what you have inside. Are you good enough? But I don't know. Bears going to take it all. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button. You know what's so crazy? On my screen, it says there's 0 people in the chat right now. I know there's probably at least a couple people in the chat. So if you please, can you please hit the like button, y'all? hit the like button so we can get this out if you are still in the chat. But it says 0 people is in the chat right now. Not even making this up. It says 0 people is in the chat. Bears going to take it all. Who's going to pick up Mike McDaniel? Oh, I don't know. I feel like Patrick Mahomes will still be good. I think he'll be good, but I don't know if he got drafted by the Jets, bro. I say that with all due respect. Listen, if he got drafted by the Jets, I don't know, bro. I say that respectfully, bro. I don't see it. When you get drafted to a team, sometimes you can go to a bad organization and mess up your whole. Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell my homie in the comments. He was trying to take away from Mac Jones. Like, I know the Patriots got a good organization, but that's right after Tom Brady, bro. And they got rid of a Hall of Fame coach. They got rid of a lot of, like, come on, bro. They started from scratch, bro. So he got into the organization when they weren't they were rebuilding, bro. And it's a lot. And if you don't have that offensive-minded coach, or if you don't have a good offensive coordinator, it's going to look suspect, bro. If you don't got the talent around you, it's not going to look as well. Then he went to the, I forgot what team he went to after that. Then he went to the 49ers, and you saw what his potential is as a backup for Brock Purdy. And I'm pretty sure some Niner fans were like, oh, wow, he looks, I'm not saying they were saying that he looks better than Brock, but, like, it just depends on where you go, bro. Like, people be trying to make it seem like every quarterback that isn't good right away is because of their talent. Sometimes it's not their talent. It's just the talent around them and the coaching and developing. And that's what I think about my boy J.J. McCarthy. It's not about his talent. It's about him getting hurt. That's number one. And then number two is, like, I just feel like Kevin O'Connell, he doesn't want to adjust to what he does best. And that's just my honest opinion. I've been saying the same thing for, like, I don't know how many weeks. Probably 10 weeks I've been saying the same thing. Lions, shout out to Terry. No one would survive Jets. He do okay, but he's not winning. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Like, not trying to be mean about the Jets organization. You could put Tom Brady on the Jets. He's not doing anything. I'm telling you, a lot of these, like, you can't take none away from these all-time greats, right? Because they're great because they're just talented. But if you put them on an organization that don't got no talent, you're not winning, bro. You're not going to win. I don't care how good you are. That's just a fact, bro. Patrick Mahomes' best weapons is Andy Reid. Exactly. Andy Reid, and you know, Andy Reid is, like I said, one of the greatest offensive-minded coaches of all time. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. That's exactly why Aaron left. Yup. Aaron wasn't about to embarrass like that, yeah. Dak Prescott was with the 49ers. He might be better than he was with the Cowboys. Yo, this year, Dak Prescott was lights out. I don't even know who the offensive coordinator is for the Cowboys, but he did amazing. He did absolutely amazing. Now, they got to fire their defensive coordinator if they didn't already. A prime example is Sam. Exactly. Fallout. That's a fact, bro. Sam Darnold, look at what he's done. Yup. And then he went to the Vikings. He went to the 49ers. Hold up. Did he go to the Niners? I think he went to the Niners too. Then he went to the Vikings. Got the start because the JJ was hurt, right? And then after that, 14-3. And then he goes to the dang on Seahawks and 14-3 with a whole nother organization. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hasn't looked good without Tom Brady. Yeah, that's true, but Bill Belichick is probably one of the greatest coaches of all time. You know what I mean? You do need a quarterback to win, and it was just amazing how a late round pick, Tom Brady, turns out to be the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion. It's just about developing in the team. Because them defenses, oh my gosh, people don't understand how good those defenses was back in the day for the Patriots. It's just crazy, man. You got to go to the right team. You have to. You have to. You got to go to the right organization. You got to go to the right team. And sorry about the wind, y'all. It's a little bit windy. Everybody that's in the building, hit that like button so we can get it out there. Because like I said, they're messing with the notifications. And like I said, I keep seeing 0 in the how many people is watching right now. I don't see 0 right now. I see about 6 or 5 right now. Sammy D got easily the worst start to his career. The Jets to the Panthers. Panthers were just like the Browns. Wow. Tom Brady didn't need Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick needs Tom Brady. I think they needed each other. Because do you really think Tom Brady would have, like, I'm not trying to take nothing away from none of them. I don't even want to have that conversation, because what happens when you have that conversation is like you coming at one side more than the other, trying to prove a point. I think they both needed each other. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to have that conversation, because it seems like I don't want to say, oh, they both needed that. Oh, Tom Brady didn't need Bill Belichick. He would have just won all those Super Bowls. I highly doubt that. And the same goes with Bill Belichick. I don't care what neither one of them say. They were amazing together. If they would have got along later in their career, like later in Tom Brady's career, and just try to revamp the team a little bit more, hey, listen, they probably could have won another one, And Tom Brady could have retired a Patriot. Never would have went to another team. The Jets defense allowed a MVP quarterback combined 3,700 passing yards, 30-plus touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah. Dak wasn't really as great as people want to think this year, especially near the end of the season when they needed him to be good. Yeah. He probably had some moments where he didn't look good. I thought, like, because at certain points of the year, I know the Cowboys were ranked like number 1. They was like top 3, top 5 for a lot of the year. I don't know what they ended the year. By the way, I got to get to the Vikings real quick. The Vikings defense and total defense is ranked number 3. So you're telling me the third best defense in the whole entire NFL is not in the playoffs right now? Are you freaking kidding me? I looked it up today. I thought we were number 5. It's actually worse. We're actually number 3. And we did not make it to the playoffs. That is crazy. Crazy. If Tom Brady would have went to Cleveland Browns, he will have the average quarterback in the NFL. I don't know. Seahawks, Sam Darnold can win a ring. They got talent on both sides of the ball. Let Sam win it all with the Vikings fans going to be... Yo, I'm already sick. Is J.J. McCarthy our week 1 starter next year? I don't think it's a guarantee. I made a video saying that I don't think Kevin O'Connell rocks with J.J. McCarthy. That's just my honest opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Kevin O'Connell really wants him to be the starting quarterback. I think Kevin O'Connell's going to say to the GM and the owner, I can't win with this guy. He is not the guy that I thought he was going to be. I have a feeling they're going to go for a quarter. They're going to go hard, big and try to go for Joe Burrow if he requests a trade, or they're going to try to go after like I think Mac Jones is like the number 1 candidate. I think he's the number 1 candidate, bro. And I'm not saying Mac Jones is like the greatest quarterback of all time, but I think Mac Jones, with the weapons we have on this team, will look good if he gets the opportunity. That's if J.J. McCarthy doesn't beat him out. Now, the question I might have to make a video about, say hypothetically speaking, the Vikings did trade for Mac Jones. Who will win the starting job? Would it be Mac Jones or would it be J.J. McCarthy? If you had to choose between the two, who would you choose to be your starting quarterback for 2026? It's not like, I understand Mac Jones is a little bit older. I think he's 27. J.J. McCarthy is 22. But take the age away, who would you choose to be your starting quarterback if you was a Viking fan? If you had to make if it was your choice, who would you choose between Mac Jones and J.J. McCarthy to win the starting job? I think it's going to go back and forth, and I hate to say this, I think Mac Jones will be the starter. If they was to go head-to-head, I think Mac Jones will be the starter. He's so accurate, bro. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks, man. And the one thing about Mac Jones, he don't got a bigger arm than J.J. McCarthy. He's not more athletic than J.J. McCarthy. But the one thing that Mac Jones does have is accuracy, bro. For real. Bill Belichick and Brady is no different than Mahomes and Reed. Just Reed is older. Imagine if he was 10 years younger when he got Mahomes. Facts, bro. You can tell Kevin O'Connell doesn't like McCarthy. He took to adjustment to his keep. Yeah, bro. We are the only division where everyone is over 500, though. That's crazy. Our division is crazy. My prediction is Joe Burrow is our next quarter. What? You going big, huh? Hey, listen. If we mess around and trade for Joe Burrow, that would be so lit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm having a celebration, y'all. I'm gonna go live for like 24 hours straight, probably, if I could. I'm gonna go live for a long time, I'll tell you that. Hey, listen, we going live for like 10 hours straight, bro. Real talk. Listen, I'm gonna get some pizza ready, chicken wings ready. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have a party. Everyone winning in the NFC North. Everybody is, bro. There's no chance Burrow is going to the Vikings. Tip top, what's good? Can J.J. McCarthy get back up after he gets touched and he gets hurt, shaken up, is hurt, at least Mac Jones tries to play through injury? Yeah, man. And I'm not saying that J.J. McCarthy's not trying to play through injury, but what I will say is he keeps getting injured. That's all. That's what I'm gonna say, because we don't know how bad his hairline fracture was in his hand. So, and he tore his meniscus his rookie season. And I'm not trying to give the man no excuses. He got to try to stay healthy. But when you tear your meniscus, I tore my meniscus in my knee. It is very hard to play with a torn meniscus. So he had to get that surgery, because you can make that torn meniscus even worse, and it's not a good scene. Your knee is going to be swollen the whole entire season. It's going to be painful. It's not going to be good. And then you can injure your knee even more than just a torn meniscus. So he had to end his season in his rookie season. But this season, like the concussion, the high ankle sprain, the hairline fracture, the high ankle sprain, depending on how bad it was, he can't play on it. But after a certain amount of time, bro, you just gotta play through some injuries. You gotta play through it. That's just the bottom line. Every football player plays through injuries, bro. And I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm just saying. And then if Carson Wentz, let's get to Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was playing with a torn labrum, a dislocated shoulder. I don't know. He was jacked up. Carson Wentz is like, I got a lot of respect for that man, because Carson Wentz was playing through some stuff, bro. He had a fracture. I don't know. He got jacked up, and I don't know how he was allowed to play. I don't know how they put a little brace on his shoulder. I'm like, and then when they came out with like all the stuff that was wrong with his shoulder, I'm like, bro, like, how is he even playing? That's my question. Mac Jones got rocked and stayed in the entire game. Hold on, I like McCarthy, but he's made of wet paper bag out there. Mac Jones got rocked and stayed in the entire game, delivering dimes. That's when I respected him as a quarterback prospect. Where is CeeDee Lamb sauce? Huh? Don't forget the hangnail. Oh, don't say it. How much influence does Jefferson have on who the starting quarterback is? You know what? I tell you this, if he doesn't have an influence, if they have another season like this, Mike, what you've been saying this whole time, they're going to be forced to trade Justin Jefferson. They're going to be forced to trade Justin Jefferson. He is not going through another season like this, bro. Listen, I know he is not a diva wide receiver. I know he doesn't really do too much, Some wide receivers would just literally be like, yo, throw me the freaking ball. You know what I mean? Some wide receivers will really call him out. He's lucky. J.J. McCarthy, any of the quarterbacks, Max Brosmer, Carson Wentz, they're lucky Justin Jefferson isn't a diva wide receiver, because this situation could have been so much worse in Minnesota when it comes to Justin Jefferson. But, man, I hope he does have an influence. I think just they know Max Brosmer can't play football and just don't want to say he's trash. Hey, listen, I don't think he's trash, bro. I just feel like he's not ready, just like J.J. McCarthy wasn't ready this year. But hopefully they're all ready next year. But we can't go into 2026 thinking that J.J. McCarthy should be the automatic starter. It shouldn't be like that, bro. I feel like he needs to have a challenge, a challenge. You know what I mean? It can't be a guarantee. Oh, he's going to definitely be the starter. No, there needs to be a challenge. And if at the very, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. And I think it's going to be Mac Jones. I think it's Mac Jones, y'all. I don't think it's anybody else besides Mac Jones. That's my final answer. We're going to see what happens. But I don't think Kevin O'Connell messes with J.J. McCarthy. Listen, he could say all the nice things he want. His body language speak for themselves, bro. When he's talking about simplifying the playbook, he looking like he's sad, a sad puppy. Man, I'm simplifying the offense for my quarterbacks. Bro, he look like he's like disappointed, bro. Like he looked like he not excited to be a head coach right now when he was talking about simplifying his play calling. But that's how you're supposed to be, bro. Like, you're supposed to make it easier for your quarterbacks to play or your team in general. You know what I mean? You got to figure out what can make him be better. And this is why I think J.J. McCarthy, the Vikings might regret losing J.J. McCarthy. I'm going to be honest with you, because I don't know if J.J. McCarthy is going to be, listen, I think they're going to trade for a quarterback in the offseason. And I think the growth of J.J. McCarthy, they're not going to be patient enough to see him all of 2026. I don't see it happening, y'all. And maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see it. The Bro Show should have been your third string. McCarthy should have been your... Oh, gosh. Yeah. And Sam Darnold should have been our first string. Let's talk about it. For at least one more year. Packers better? Yeah, Packers are... That ain't saying much, though. Packers are better than my team, but they ain't really saying too... Well, actually, we did have the third best defense in the game, so I can't really say that. But when it comes to our offense, we're like bottom barrel. So... You don't really got to do too much to stop us offensively. It's just y'all can't score on us. That's the issue, y'all. That's the issue that everybody has when it comes to the Vikings. And now that Brian Flores, there's room. What's his name? John got fired, right? So the Ravens are going to interview Brian Flores. And Raven fans are coming to my comments, like they're going into my comments saying, "I hope you give us Brian Flores. We want some of that magic." Listen. Raven fans want Brian Flores, bro. They come into my comments talking about Brian Flores, bro. It's crazy. I hope we keep Brian, but I don't think we keeping him, y'all. He gonna be a Ravens coach. The Panthers are going to win. Let's not even doubt it. Skull. You think the Panthers gonna win? I don't know, man. The Rams got an MVP quarterback, bro. On top of that defensive line, on top of one of the best coaches in the game right now. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. We'll see, though. Any receiver worth anything would have been picked this year for former receivers. I hate when I don't get the ball. Yep. Any quarterback would be mad at the drops this year. That's true. The drops was unacceptable, but beyond that, bro, just the accuracy for most of the season. And I'm talking about everybody. I'm not just talking about J.J. McCarthy, but the drops were unacceptable. A lot of bad drops. We can't even front. I remember the one drop hit Jordan Addison in the hands in the end zone. Bro, he dropped it, bro. And we know Jordan Addison can catch. I don't know what happened this year with our wide receivers. Our wide receivers were dropping passes, Justin Jefferson included. Speedy Naylor, everybody was dropping passes, bro. And there ain't no excuse. And I'm not giving the wide receivers any excuse. Well, if he has more touch on his throws and he doesn't throw with his fast, bro, these are professional wide receivers. They need to be able to catch the dang old ball. I'm not giving none of them excuses because if they would have caught the ball, J.J. McCarthy would have looked so much better because we would have had touchdowns. His statistics would be so much better. We probably would have won a couple more games. So listen, bro, it's a combination of everything on why our offense was bad. It's not just on J.J. McCarthy. It's on play calling. It's on wide receivers dropping the ball. I don't even want to bring up injuries because I know that's like the number one excuse for a lot of people. But I keep bringing up the Niners, and I'm like trying to figure out how the Niners are able to do it, but we can't do it. I thought we had a very good head coach, right? We have a very good head coach that he needs to make adjustments to the players that are on the field. We can't talk about the injured players no more. I'm not going to bring the Niners up no more. I'm not doing it. But what I'm going to say is this. It's not just on J.J. McCarthy. And this is why I'm a little nervous for him because I don't think Kevin O'Connell, oh, that is really nice. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on. I'm not sure if y'all can see those. Y'all not going to be able to see that. Never mind. Never mind. Y'all not going to be able to see that. It's like a flock of geese. It's like a long line of geese in the sky. I see a whole bunch of vultures, geese. Man, I love being outside, man. I don't know how people don't like being outside. I love to be outside. Fresh air. Any quarterback would be. Do we keep Flores as our deep? Nah, I don't think we do, bro. I think he's gone. He can't. If the Ravens offer him the job, he's not passing that up. Imagine you being able to get that defense on point, make it better than what it is. It already has talented players. And then you got an MVP in Lamar Jackson on the offense. You just got to get the right offensive coordinator. And sky is the freaking limit for the Ravens, bro. Sky is the freaking limits. Like, listen, the NFC North is going to be a whole different division. Just because of one coach, right? One coach is going to make that team look crazy. In a good way. As a Bears fan, thank you. Oh, man, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. The Vikings have no... Flores is the last man on earth. And all the ladies. I like that. Mike, the Vikings absolutely have a say in it. I don't know, man. Because this is why I say the Vikings they might not have a say. I'm not saying they don't have a say. But even if they give them the money, this is how I look at it. What about the title? The title that he wants is a head coaching job. If the Vikings don't say, you can be the head coach or assistant coach or whatever. And say the Ravens offer him the job, bro, he's not passing that up. He's not passing that up. I don't know if he'll pass up any head coaching job, to be honest with you, but if a team offers him the head coaching job, bro, I think he's gone. Then they don't have a say. If they don't offer him the job, then of course they do. He'll probably go to he'll be the defensive coordinator, but I truly feel like the Vikings, it's kind of like the Mike Tomlin effect, man. Like, remember when Mike Tomlin was our defensive coordinator and then he left us and he went to the Steelers and then he won that one Super Bowl and it's just like, bro, like, I'm not saying that's going to happen with Brian Flores, but wouldn't that suck if he goes to the dang on Ravens and then they get over the hump and Lamar Jackson somehow gets over the hump in the playoffs and they win a Super Bowl? That would freaking suck. That would suck. And we can't even, listen, that would suck. So I'm just hoping that's worst case scenario. I'm not trying to doubt and wish someone not to be successful, but if we lose Brian Flores and he goes to the Ravens and they mess around and get far in the playoffs, that would suck. You know what I mean? That would really suck. He gets to pick everyone make sure you like. Yeah, thank you, y'all. Hit the like button, everybody. Thank you so much, bro. TB. The offense as a whole was trash. Someone has to blame head coach before blaming the skill. Yes, yes, I blame them all, bro. I blame everybody on offense. I'm not giving just the quarterback blame. I'm not giving just the head coach blame. I'm not giving the skill players just the blame. Everybody gets blamed because they all could have did better. They all could have did better. That's how I'm looking at equal. I don't want to say equal blame. What I would say is I give most of the blame on Kevin O'Connell, and because I just feel like he really waited too long to adjust the play calling. Even though the wide receiver was dropping passes, even though J.J. McCarthy can't be throwing these bad interceptions, he got to be more accurate and whatever, right, et cetera, et cetera. Kevin O'Connell is the head coach, and you need to make sure the play calling matches what your quarterback can do at this moment. He is not a veteran quarterback. He is not Sam Darnold. You don't coach him like he's a veteran quarterback that's been in the game. You coach him like he's a rookie because technically he is a rookie. I'm going to say he's a rookie. It is what it is because he didn't play one game in the regular season in his rookie season. So he a rookie, right? And I don't care how much of, he was sitting on the bench learning the playbook. I don't care about none of that. I feel like you learn more by playing the game. That's just my opinion. I know some quarterbacks sit 3-4 years sometimes. Yeah, I get it. But you can sit 3 to 4 years and still be a scrub. You finally get the opportunity and you're just not good. You're just not good. You sat for 4 years you collecting paychecks pretty much, right? You're just collecting paychecks. Because that happens too. You can sit a whole 10 years, 30 years. Don't mean you can play, right? The irony of asking if the Vikings let Flores walk or not when it's Flores' choice, not saying someone is, yeah. I feel like Flores, this is my honest opinion, right? Flores is going to go to the team that offers him the head coaching job in the best situation. So I go like this. For the Giants, no, not the Giants. For the Ravens, they're the number one, right? Number two, if the Giants are going to interview him, I got Giants number 2. Number 3, it's up in the air when it comes to the Raiders and the Browns. If I had to choose a franchise, see, the reason why I lean towards the Browns because I know they got some dogs on defense. I know they got all-time great Myles Garrett over there. I just would probably lean towards the Browns in that situation. And maybe Raiders last. But, we'll see what happens. The Ravens is what messed everything up for the Vikings. Literally. The Ravens is what messed up everything. Because I'm not saying he would have stayed if the Ravens job wasn't available, right? He probably still would have left if he does leave. He might not leave, y'all. There's still an opportunity. There might be a chance we can keep him. But I think the Ravens jacked us all up, y'all. The Ravens jacked us up. Wide receivers should catch the ball if it hits the hands. Noah Hughes, Justin Jefferson, and Jordan Addison caliber. Yes, facts. You think Harry is done? Oh my gosh, I hope he's not done, bro. And even if he doesn't play, I hope he can be like some type of position coach or something, like safety coach. Don't they hold up, can I ask y'all a question real quick? Because I'm not 100% sure about this question. Is there a coach for every position group? Like for linebackers, safety, every defensive tackles, defensive end, like defensive line, I guess. Like there's a coach for every positions, right? Like for all the positions, right? Or is it just like there's only a select couple? Like it'll be like the defensive coordinator, and you might have like the defensive line coach or whatever. You probably have like another, like 1 or 2 other coaches. But I wonder if there's like a coach for every position. I don't know. Imagine Flores goes back to Miami. What a hilarious thing. Nah, he'll never go back to Miami. It's a wrap for that. Bro. North Carolina checking in. Yeah, North Carolina, y'all got to win, man. Y'all got to win to move on. But I don't know if y'all winning. I say that respectfully, bro. But yeah, to answer your question, I would love to see Harry stay. It's kind of like when I was talking about, I'm a Sixer fan, right? So, like, when Allen Iverson retired, I was like, I hope AI could be like like some do something in the organization. Just stay around, bro. Because I love Harrison Smith's energy and what he does. Right, he lets his play do the talking. He lets his play do the talking. He's that type of leader. You know what I mean? I would have liked to see what our defense would have been in the. Yo, I was saying the same thing, bro. A third overall ranked defense can't even get to the playoffs because our offense was so freaking terrible all season long. Vikings offense was horrible. 10% speed around the entire offense. And poor defense just along for a bit. You can have a position coach or some can take on multiple groups. Depends on how much money you... Oh, okay. Oh, so you can. Hold on, let me read that again. You can have in a position coach or some can take... Oh, so he could be like, okay. So you can, but then some will probably just take multiple because they probably like, I'm going to save money. Why would I have a coach for this, and that, and the third when I could just have a couple of coaches that coach the whole defense? Okay. Blind Flores, only bad game. Chargers game. Yeah, that was a bad game. But think about this. Our offense was horrible. Why can't our offense ever pick us up? You're going to have some bad games. I don't care how good your defense is. Your defense might have a bad game or two, especially if your offense is bottom ranked. You're talking about 29th ranked offense, or you're talking about the bottom of the barrel offense all season. Your defense is going to give up something because you're on the field. And it's only natural. They're only human. They're going to get tired, bro. They're going to get tired, bro. And they're probably going to be mentally tired at that because you're thinking to yourself, I just got the ball back and we can't do nothing. Our offense goes 3 and out. Just imagine this as a defense, right? Say you go on, the opposing offense goes on a long drive, like a 15 to 20 play drive, and you hold them to a field goal. Okay, it's not the worst thing that could happen, right? And then your offense gets on the field, yada. He gets on the field, right? And then all of a sudden, what happens? Your offense 3 and out. You're back on the field. You was just on the field, probably, I don't know how many minutes. Just say 7 minutes right there, or 8-10 minutes on that one drive. You gave up a field goal. That was it. And then you're back on the field in less than 3 minutes because your offense is just brutally terrible. I'm just saying, bro. Justin Herbert looked like, yes, I love Justin Herbert. I like Justin Herbert a lot, actually. The fact that the defense played any game after 7 losses is a testament to Flores and the players. Yeah, they didn't give up. The defense did not give up on Flores, bro. I thought the team was going to give up, and they didn't. They didn't, bro. That's true. It's not easy to plan extra quarter. You funny. You were funny. Mike, you funny, bro. Oh, my gosh. Grizz, what's good? Mike McDaniels, as Washington offensive coordinator, we coming back lighting up the scoreboard. Hey, listen, the only thing about the Commanders, you got to make sure your quarterback is upright. You know, I'm a big supporter of Jaden Daniels. He just got to be healthy. He's definitely talented. I was very impressed his rookie season. Getting to the NFC Championship game, his rookie season is not, you don't hear about that often. You know what I mean? Rookies don't do that. You know what I mean? They don't. And they lost to the Super Bowl champions at that. So the only one that knocked them out was the Super Bowl champions, which is crazy. So they just he got to make sure he's healthy. And they just got to make a couple upgrades, maybe on the offensive line, a couple upgrades in the secondary, and see what happens. Rams going to blow them out, Super Bowl bound. Yeah, the Rams, I'm trying to be nice when I talk about the Rams and Panthers game, because, you know, every time you think something's going to happen in the playoffs, sometimes it don't happen, bro. You be like, Dad, what happened? Like, we thought they was going to get the brakes beat off of them, and then all of a sudden that underdog team just comes through and wins the playoff game. Like, that stuff be happening. Listen, one thing I will say, I want to see Bryce Young. He got to be upright. He got to be super accurate. He cannot turn the ball over. And Bryce Young and that offensive line has to establish some holes for that for their running back. They got to establish the run against the Rams. They got to keep Matthew Stafford off that freaking field, win the time of possession. And listen, it's going to be hard, easier said than done. But the Panthers, obviously, they're a contender because they're in the playoffs. And I'm happy for the Panther fans because I don't know when the last time they even been to the playoffs. That's crazy. Now I think about it. When's the last time the Panthers made it to the playoffs? So I'm happy for them, but they're going against a very, very good team. Like, they're going against one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. They're going against a quarterback that's going to be an MVP. And like I said, they're going against one of the most intelligent coaches in the NFL, one of the best offensive-minded coaches in the NFL. And their defense got some pass rushers that are just dogs, bro. You might be able to do something. I don't know. Maybe you have to run at the pass rushers. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to establish the run. That's the only thing I can think of. And win the time of possession. Win the freaking time of possession. And the only way you can do that is to run the ball and the third down conversions have to be on point. They have to get their third down conversion. They can't be 1 of 10 or 1 of 13 and then you expect to win. They got to make it like 50-50 or whatever, or better than that. They got to get their third downs, make it short, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 5 or something like that. Don't let it be 3rd and long. And they can't turn the ball over. They can't turn. You cannot give Matthew Stafford any more opportunities to destroy your team. And by the way, one of my friends is a Rams fan, so he's going to be talking that talk. He's a Rams fan, so. But anybody has a chance, but I will say I think the Rams are going to win that game. But you never know, though. Like, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm thinking that's a deer right there. Hold on. Is that a deer? What the heck is that? I'm looking over here, y'all. And it looks like it's like a, I don't know. It looks like, I don't know if you can see that right there. I don't know what the heck that is. Yeah. It's like a deer. That's just, oh, never mind. I'm tripping, y'all. Kevin O'Connell isn't going to give up being the OC. He's too full of himself. Psh, you might be right, bro. Terry Cole. I just got my first Randy Moss throwback. Oh, my gosh, bro. Congratulations. You got to make sure you frame that back. I don't know if you're trying to wear it or frame it. I don't know, man. Randy Moss is my GOAT at like football, period. That's awesome. What color jersey, bro? Hey, let's go to the bowl. Oh, yeah. Goes off for 120 plus, yeah. Last time was like 2016 when Newton, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Newton didn't want to dive on the day on football. That could have been the game. I don't know what type time he on. Yeah, like, comment. Yeah, thank you so much, y'all. Shout out to my brother, Break Forever. Like, share, and subscribe. Share. If y'all know anybody that is a football fan, a Viking fan, likes good vibes, share. It could be your grandma. It could be your grandpa. It could be your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your great-great-grandmom, your great-great-grandfather. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the building. You know it's bad when Adam Thielen left to the Steelers and they go, bro, I was talking about that during the live stream, bro. I did the play-by-play for that game. I was happy for Adam, but I was salty because how come we didn't utilize Adam Thielen? We can't even utilize Justin Jefferson. So what am I talking about? If you can't utilize Justin Jefferson, you're not going to utilize Adam Thielen. So what am I even talking about? You know what I mean? Matthew Stafford is a bad man. Yeah, he's all that. It's starting to rain, y'all. I might have to end this live soon. Purple, yes, man. Terry, what's good? Terry Cole, what color? Oh, it's purple. It's purple. Okay. That's awesome. That is awesome. You know, I don't know. And you know what I'm kind of nervous about, like meeting players, because you don't know how they are in person. But I did meet Dante Culpepper. He seemed like a good dude, stand-up guy. Randy Moss. man, I'm pretty sure he seemed like a good dude. I don't know, from outside, just like watching him talk on TV and how he be talking. Like, I wish he would be on TV a lot more. I love his personality when it comes to him, and his knowledge of the game is amazing. Knowledge of the game is amazing. All-time great player. Oh, he beat cancer, so congratulations to Randy Moss for that. Just a good dude. Newton made business decision I would normally agree with. Nah, bro. Except, yes, exactly. No, I would have dove, man, I would have been on that ground. On that ground. I would have been on that ground trying to get it. You gotta do everything in that game. Facts, bro. Imagine Cam Newton with a Super Bowl on his resume. They would have different conversations about Cam Newton. I'm not saying he'll be the all-time great, but he'll be in the conversation, oh, he won a Super Bowl. And he won the MVP in the regular season that year as well. That would have been awesome. I still have a white out Addison still in the pack. And a Jefferson, never worn. Wow. Just love the colors, but I have 6 jerseys. You know what? That is awesome. You said you had I got Jefferson. You know what? I have Harrison Smith. The jersey I need to get is Randy Moss. I'm so surprised I don't have a Randy Moss jersey yet. It's crazy. It's a crazy situation, man. My favorite player, I don't have his jersey. Moss is a good dude if you're not in random on his team. Being called the rookie, he called coach until he found out he wasn't a coach, then said Bill wasted a pick on. Oh. Hey, listen. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson would have been interested in it. No, Aiden. We not even going to say that, bro. Unless they come to the Vikings. And now, I'm not trading everything to get Jamar Chase. I'll trade a lot to get Joe Burrow, but I'm not trading for Jamar Chase, though. Like, he going to have to stay with the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't mind imagine Jamar Chase and JJ in the purple and gold on the outside. That'd probably be the best wide receiver 1-2 punch, definitely in the NFL. I don't think there's another one that's better than that, to be honest with you. That would be crazy. That would be so crazy, it would be unfair. It would be unfair. It wouldn't even be fair. No need for Chase when you have Jefferson. Hard to pay both. Yeah, hard to pay, yeah. Jamar Chase is a top 2 wide receiver, dude. Yeah, that would be top 2. Underdog Panthers. Yeah, Panthers. They the underdog, but they might get the upset. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking about going live for that game. I'm not 100% sure. Well, all right. Shout out to everybody in the building. I am going to get off. And until next time, I'll see y'all tomorrow sometime. Have a wonderful day. God bless to everybody. And also, I will be live for tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be live for both games, but I'll definitely be live for the second game. I'll definitely be live for that one. I don't know about the Panthers game, Panthers and Rams game. I'm not sure about that, but the next game I will be live for. Sunday's my birthday, so I won't be live for the games on Sunday, but I'll definitely do like a review video about them. I might go live and talk about it. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Truly appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless and be easy. Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you, Break Forever. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Peace.